In ancient Greek religion and mythology, the 12 Olympians were the big-shot gods and goddesses who ruled the Greek world. This mighty dozen included Zeus, Poseidon, Hera, Demeter, Aphrodite, Athena, Artemis, Apollo, Ares, Hephaestus, Hermes, and either Hestia or Dionysus. They were so important that they lived on Mount Olympus, and that's why they were called the Olympians. In the last 2 videos, we got to know Zeus really well. Today's video shifts focus to Poseidon, another one of these amazing Olympians. Poseidon came into the world as the son of Cronus and Rhea, who were the mighty king and queen of the Titans. However, right after his birth, Cronus, fearing a prophecy that his children would overthrow him, swallowed Poseidon. Thankfully, Poseidon's younger brother Zeus later rescued him from this predicament. Poseidon had 3 main jobs. He was the god of the sea and water, the one who caused earthquakes, and he even looked after horses. Poseidon had a really special tool called a trident, which is like a magical 3-pronged fork. His trident served a dual purpose. It was not only a weapon, but also a tool to break rocks, causing fresh springs to gush from the earth's crevices. These rejuvenating waters nourished the land, resulting in abundant harvests. This is why Poseidon earned the title of the god of prosperity. Poseidon was a powerful god who ruled over the sea and water. He was often referred to as the shaker or possessor of the earth because his strength was as mighty as the earth's unstoppable life force and its vast floods. His magnificent home was in the Aegean Sea, where he created splendid palaces. Poseidon was known to travel in a chariot that seemed to glide on clouds, pulled by horses with golden manes and bronze hooves. In his hand, he held a beautifully crafted whip. Whenever his chariot sped across the waves, the sea would become serene, with playful dolphins trailing in his wake. One of Poseidon's renowned achievements is the creation of the horse. He was once smitten with the goddess Demeter, and to win her heart, he set out to craft the most magnificent creature in the world. Poseidon dedicated much time and effort to this task, and eventually brought the horse into existence. However, it took him so long to fashion this remarkable animal that his feelings for Demeter had faded by the time he finished. Poseidon's divine power was vast, and he had a strong and ambitious spirit. He once hatched a plan to take over Zeus's throne, but Zeus discovered his scheme and banished Poseidon to the mortal realm, where he faced torment. During his time on Earth, Poseidon aided King Laomedon in building the city of Troy. Poseidon frequently found himself in conflicts with other gods. He once had a big quarrel with Athena, who was the goddess of wisdom, over who would be the guardian of Athens, a city known for its wealth. Poseidon decided to show his power by striking the sea with his mighty weapon, and as a result, a horse sprang forth from the waves. On the other hand, Athena demonstrated her strength by thrusting her spear into the ground, causing an olive tree to grow. The horse represented the energy of war, while the olive tree symbolized peace and held great value for agriculture. Zeus, the head of the Olympian gods, conducted a vote, and it turned out that Athena won the majority of the gods' support. As a result, Athena became the protector of Athens. Similar to Zeus, Poseidon had a penchant for forming connections with women. His wife, Amphitrite, was once a stunning sea and river nymph before she became the queen of the sea. One day, she and her sisters were merrily dancing on the island of Naxos when Poseidon became smitten with her. Amphitrite's sisters tried to hide from Poseidon by diving deep into the sea, but he was quite persistent. He even sent a dolphin to pursue Amphitrite, who couldn't outswim the determined dolphin. Eventually, she grew weary and perched herself on the dolphin's back, marking the beginning of her life as Poseidon's wife. The couple had a son named Triton, who was a distinctive being with a human upper body and a fishtail below, often adorned with seaweed. Triton seemed to inherit his father's attraction to the opposite sex and entered into relationships with several sea nymphs. Their offspring were renowned for their musical talents, particularly playing the conch shell. Whenever Poseidon and Amphitrite embarked on their journeys, these grandchildren would play the conch to lead the way. Poseidon had many sons with various partners, although not as many as Zeus, and his offspring were quite different. While Zeus had both attractive men and women among his illegitimate children, Poseidon's kids were mostly known for their giant size and heroic toughness. One remarkable group of sons, born to Poseidon and the nature goddess Nereides, were known as the Cecrops. Among them, the Cyclops Polyphemus stood out, but he later met a challenging fate when he was blinded by Odysseus during an encounter. Today, we briefly discussed the story of Poseidon, and next time, we will continue sharing stories about other gods. Wishing everyone sweet dreams